Alright, let's take a look at the forecast. This is meteorologist Mark Muller for North America here. Let's take a look at what we've got going here for the lower 48 and southern Canada. We've got this system here in the Four Corners region of the desert southwest that is producing some snowfall mainly above 5,000 feet, 6 to 12 inches, about upwards of say 3,000 feet, about 3 to 6 inches. And this is in and around the areas of Las Vegas and north of Phoenix, heading into Arizona here. So that cold pool of air with this system in the southwest is causing some snow problems, and that continues out here in the Rockies. We head back east. Things are pretty chilly this morning here across in early afternoon, much of the eastern areas except for central and south Florida, where that stalled out frontal boundary exists. A reinforcing shot of cold air exists across the northern plain states. So let's take a look at the precipitation amounts during the next 5 to 6 days. We've got the east coast here, where we'll have most of the precipitation will be here in the southeast, 1 to 2 inches across, say, Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, southern Tennessee, and northern Georgia, and then extending off the Carolinas as we get that coastal low that's supposed to spin up and go off the coast later on next week. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we could see upwards of 2 to 3 inches with a storm developing in the next 2 to 3 days, and precipitation here in the southwest as well with that system that's going on right now. So let's take a look at the North Atlantic Oscillation. We've reached about as low as it's going to go this month, minus 1.25, and it's going to be on its way up, as the models are indicating. It could be above zero by Christmas, which is not very good for snowfall, especially in the east. Good for snowfall meaning lack of snowfall. If you're looking for snowfall, there could be a apparent lack of snowfall, especially through there has been an apparent lack of snowfall this month throughout most of the eastern third of the country. Let's take a look at the path, the low. Here's the first low. This low is going to wind up over the weekend across the north central plains. It's going to move across the lower Great Lakes and into the central Great Lakes. It's spinning out of Colorado, and this will set up a classic heavy snow event across the northern plain states, mainly north of Chicago, Green Bay, Minneapolis, those areas, and heading up into Quebec, Canada, and southern Ontario as well. And the second system here will spin throughout the southeast. The models of the GFS, which was really taking the system up the east coast yesterday, is now actually taking it well out to sea in a much weakened state. And this trend should continue. I'm sticking to my current trend of keeping the low pressure off the coast, and this Alberta Clipper energy that's across the northern states won't be allowed to phase in, since this system will be too far to the south. You can see the northern polar jet stream with the southern subtropical jet stream not coming together to create the perfect scenario for a storm. I'm meteorologist Mark Molnar. This map here was for December 19th and 20th here, the latest map. Like us on Facebook at VideoMark, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Here's a 4-day forecast for my hometown viewers from Binghamton to Elmira and the northern tier counties of Pennsylvania.